Rams go to Detroit and play our Lions.
Yeah.
Lions are 3.5-point favorites. The total is one of the highest on the slates, if not the highest, if I remember correctly. It's 50.5. So there will be points that are scored in this game nonetheless. Two well-oiled machines on the offensive side of the ball. The Detroit Lions have an absolute freaking unit on the defensive side of the ball. I can't really say the same for the Rams. Just they lost like one of the best defensive players in the history of the game after Aaron Donald retired. But I still think they'll trot out a fine unit. It's not going to be sexy, but it'll be fine. Last year on the defensive side of the ball, they were 21st overall in EPA margin allowed. They were 14th overall in defensive success rate and 11th overall in defensive success rate. So, talking to this game, Matt Stafford actually is a little banged up coming out of the offseason practices. I expect him to be fine. Same with Puka. He had that knee issue a little bit, but he looks like ready to go. Cooper Kupp is ready to go. Kyron Williams is ready to go. So I don't think we'll be missing anybody for this game on the Rams side of the ball. We especially won't be missing anybody on the Lions side of the ball. They're going to be healthy and ready to go. Before I get into it with any of my stuff and start rambling on, Beach, your Lions take on the Rams at home. Do you think this line felt kind of short at first? After I did some digging, I could justify it. But for those who may be a bit more casual, this line, did it surprise you at all? Do you think it's fair, or do you think it's injustice to the Lions at home in a dome?
No, I mean, I think it's fair. I still think the Lions are going to cover this, but they played in the playoffs last year. People can think it's revenge again, just like the Ravens Chiefs. So, it's hard to bet against Sean McVay. But I just want to point out, I'm only like half a Fairweather fan. My cousins, family, all big Lions fans from Detroit. Just want to put that out there. Anyway, I think the most important thing you said is the Lions' improved defense, especially because the Rams have a worse defense than they did last year. And I think that the Lions are going to be able to really create some plays and make some stops all year on the defensive side. And we know their offense, led by Ben Johnson, their OC, is going to be firing on all cylinders. So I'm looking at kind of like I think there will be points. I'm looking at like a 31-20 type deal for the Lions. I think they handle it just fine at home and start the season out with a win.
I like to hear that. Now, the model projection actually has the Lions by like 2.5. Just looking at the strict score prediction, but they have about a 55% chance to win, which is marginally better than a coin toss, which I was kind of surprised by. But this feels like a game. Like it just always brings me back to respecting Sean McVay in what he is and the mind that he is in this game and how he's kind of revolutionized more so the offensive side of the ball. And as much as I love the Lions, I think they're going to be a strong team, and I think they do win this game. I got to give respect where respect is due with the Rams. They're always going to be a contender, and especially like we always talk about Jared Goff in the dome games, but talk about Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay in the dome games. I feel like it's always electric. Cooper Kupp was not too long ago a Triple Crown receiver. Puka Nacua had 1,400 receiving yards as a rookie, and a 29% target share on a team that throws it more than half of the league. This offense is going to be good. I think people forget how good the Rams actually are. They just had some unfortunate losses and some unfortunate injury luck. So I want to respect this Rams team before I go off and fire off a bunch of bets for the Lions. But I think the Lions are going to win. Now, how comfortable I am with a 3.5 from a sports betting perspective. I'm not. I think the Lions win, but I'm not going to sit here and confidently say they covered the 3.5. I could easily see this being a field goal game. But I am taking the Lions. I think this Lions team at home is phenomenal. Their trenches is really what's giving me the edge up here. I think their offensive and defensive line is just mean. And I think they're going to kind of throw them around a little bit, especially a defense that is missing Aaron Donald. This defense is going to be good. The Rams defense. Now, I don't want people to get mistaken and think that just because Aaron Donald left, that this defense and defensive line is going to be bad. If you look at some of the guys that they have, Byron Young, Nick Hampton, Brennan Jackson, Kobe Turner, a bunch of young guys that I think is going to be pretty solid, but Lions prevail at home. Another one of those, can't overthink it, right?
Don't you dare.